Strangely, in talking about digital connectivity and online usage, young people aged between 25 and 34, very pleased that that's the definition of young people, are more likely to pay for content online. So the paywall phenomena has really become something that people are starting to accept. So if publishers have got high value content, they were terrified that their content was always going to be marginalized because of what's available for free. But we're finding that high value content that hits the mark with a specific audience has value in terms of people paying for it. So that's always a good thing for content producers. As we know, content production is hugely expensive, and it's a good way to be able to monetize it, because relying on advertising is not always the best solution. In terms of Office 365, which is Microsoft's online and document and spreadsheet platform, it's rolling out to 9 additional African territories, which has never been available before. So good news for Africa once again. Shows what good bandwidth can do for a region. So Angola, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Ghana, Mauritius, and others are now being connected to the Office 365 platform, which is fantastic news for them. Loads of other stuff in the report that I'm not going to cover now. It is available for download, but some other things. Orange Telecom, huge in the Francophone markets, has teamed up with National Mobile to provide Orange desks in the National Mobile shops. So if you're traveling at this stage to Botswana or France, you can go in and get an Orange SIM card, which means that you're paying local costs to roam in those countries and not the terrifyingly expensive data roaming costs that we've got so scared of using. So interesting. It's probably the start of Orange's more aggressive move into this market, possibly ending up being an MVNO. We know that Cell C is talking to a number of potential partners in the MVNO space. Ones that have been mentioned are FNB. There's also Discovery Mobile, which is a partnership with Cell C as well. So a lot of space, a lot of action in that MVNO market. Still early days though. For the high bandwidth users, Vodacom's outlined some additional fiber broadband plans when they're going to roll out fiber to selected business parks and, interestingly, to some residential estates in the next couple of months, but before March 2014 in Joburg, Pretoria, Cape Town, and Durban. So interesting, up to 100 megabits per second download speeds, which is phenomenal. That's really what we do need. And the very interesting thing here is the potential to offer multi-choices DSTV packages through the fiber line. So we started to combine the telecoms and entertainment space through over one channel. Interesting. In terms of the benefit, it will provide more on-demand services. So currently on DSTV's on-demand service, which is called Box Office, you get about sort of 15 to 20 movies at any one time. This would allow you to have virtually the entire multi-choice relationship, the relationship with all their movie providers on call, in terms of pretty much like a Netflix kind of service over fiber. So interesting play in that space. Neotel, always in the news for some reason, and often not very clear on what their strategy is, but there are sort of rumors swirling around again about their potential sale. They have got a good block of spectrum for broadband connectivity, and they have got a good fiber network around the country. And there have been sort of rumors that MTN and Vodacom are two companies that are running to buy stake in Neotel. My view, it's probably going to happen. Probably not in the next 6 months or so, but it would be a good move to combine Neotel with one of the larger mobile network operators. And to finish off, let's look at what's happening from the DMMA survey. Typically, most people are using the internet for email and web browsing. We know that, but Internet Explorer is still at 63%. So come on, people, if you're still using Internet Explorer, you've got to look at other browsers as well. Look at Chrome. That's at 40% of the market, from being virtually nowhere about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So 40% is Chrome. In terms of the use of the internet, after 5 years, people are 50% more likely to shop online. So it's a big point that our e-commerce market is going to mature significantly when most people have been online for 5 years. So we should be nearing that in the next year or so. So good news for e-commerce people. And finally, Instagram has added video. So to compete with Twitter's Vine, Facebook's owned Instagram has now added 15-second video snippets to Instagram that you can now publish on Instagram. It doesn't loop like the same way that Vine does, but it does allow you a slightly longer period than Vine does. So as always, the full report is available on the Native website at native.co.za for download. And if there are any questions or special requests, we're always open to having a look at what you can send us.